Hey everyone, welcome back. We are now in the middle of the month of February. Filming has wrapped by J.J. Abrams and crew for Star Wars Episode 9 as they head into post-production for the film, which is where they add in all the different visual effects, and of course the music by John Williams himself. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one thing that a lot of people are really looking forward to seeing in this movie is of course exactly what J.J. Abrams is going to do with Rey's lineage and exactly what elements of Rey's character that he will be changing in this movie that'll make us look back at The Last Jedi and The Force Awakens in a different way. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art, and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with one of the set designs that involves Daisy Ridley and elements of Rey's father in Star Wars Episode 9. Specifically, it's described that Daisy Ridley shot a sequence that involves a connection to her father that will be explored by JJ. It said Daisy filmed the sequence over at Cardington, where the set mimicked a desert world. It said that Daisy was placed in a hut reading a letter that is said to have been written by her father that will answer many questions for the character and the audience. It's said to be a sequence that retcons the throne room scene in The Last Jedi, where Kylo reveals the truth to Rey. Additionally, Daisy also shot next to a large text box that is full of belongings to her father that will lead to many secrets in the film. It's described that Rey's father will be a figurative ghost for Rey in the movie and will help her move forward and evolve as a character from start to finish. So I want to go over a couple of parts about this and as to why I'm really excited about Rey's mysterious father in Episode 9. Now, you guys may have heard about this a couple of days ago, but we actually learned that Rey's father is going to be connected to one of the legacy characters and will change how we view elements of the Force in Episode 9 as well. So, the thing is this, a lot of people were very upset in The Last Jedi when Rian Johnson pretty much decided to write it in that Rey was a nobody and that her parents are nobodies, and a lot of people had an issue with that. Also, some people actually accepted for what it was, and that's perfectly fine and okay and all. But going into Episode 9, even John Williams has said before in the past that he believes Rey's parents will be explored in this movie, and what do you know, J.J. Abrams changed certain elements of Rey's character, as well as gave her a very important lineage in this movie. So first things first, what really does intrigue me the most has all to do with the sequence that Daisy filmed over at Cardington, where she was on the set that mimicked a desert world. Now, I highly do believe that this is, of course, going to be either A, the planet of Jakku, or B, the planet of Tatooine. Now, I'm leaning toward Jakku because we do know that Rey's past pretty much lies over there and that she originated on that planet as far as we know right now. Now, the thing that really does interest me the most is that it's said that Daisy was placed in a hut reading a letter that is said to have been written by her father that will answer many questions for not only the character but also for the audience since The Force Awakens. So as you all know, there are a lot of burning questions in The Force Awakens that a lot of people have been trying to figure out that were totally disregarded in Episode 8, The Last Jedi, where we saw a series of tents on, of course, the desert. Now, I believe that's the same exact location that they used over in Cardington for the interior shots of course, Rey discovering belongings to her father, including the chest box that is full of belongings that reveal new secrets about the character of Rey and new truths about her as a character that will evolve her and basically progress the character forward from start to finish of the movie. So Rey's father, we do know that J.J. Abrams is going to make the character quite prominent at the very end of the film and is going to be a part of one of the major revelations in this movie. Like I say, he's connected to one of the legacy characters in this movie, and he's also going to put Rey in a different direction in the film. So when we look at Rey as a character, that's the thing that I think is going to be the most important thing of all in Episode 9, is that this movie is basically going to make Rey very, very important as far as, the past two films go, where we weren't really quite sure exactly who she was, where she came from, the truth behind her past, exactly what her potential really is. That'll all be explored in Episode 9, and new truths will come to light through Rey's father and his legacy and exactly who he was connected to. Now, like I say, I still believe that Rey's grandparents are the key here. I believe that she's either connected to the Kenobi bloodline or maybe even the Palpatine bloodline for all we know, or it could be something a bit more unique and complex that we are not actually expecting to see on the big screen. So overall, guys, the last thing that I do want to go over is, of course, Rey's parents in Episode 9. We do know that initially, in the first draft of Episode 9 by JJ, that Rey's parents weren't going to be all that important. And then when the backlash kept on growing and growing for The Last Jedi, some changes were made for Episode 9. You guys may recall that a lot of script rewrites and adjustments were done just about, let's say, I think it was like during the months of November and December, and even more during the months of January. Now, we do know that reshoots are planned for the month of April. That's nothing really to worry about unless it's something more around the lines of what happened with Solo: A Star Wars Story. So, with that being said, guys, let me know what you think about this whole entire sequence involving Daisy Ridley as Rey and coming across her father's legacy that'll actually point her in a different direction in this film. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.